Well, today we're featuring quite a few different trains, locos, etc. But mainly the Great Eastern J15 from Hornby, which I think they released just a couple of weeks ago. It's been out before, 2014, but not in the Great Eastern colours, which is to me, blue. I'm a bit colourblind. I'm very impressed with it. It runs beautifully. Its detail is excellent. In fact, everything about it is excellent, except the box. I don't know why they've done it, but the box has the details of the M7 loco on the back of it. A little bit about the J15, but mostly about the M7. Strange, but there we go. Quite how Hornby works sometimes, I don't know. But it's also an LNER theme this week. It'll probably be over 2 videos, this one, because it's already the little bit I've done previously is about 5 minutes long, so I'm not going to keep it too long. I'll split it into 2. I've been working on the engine shed. We can't see it, but you will later. I've done the interior, and I've also fitted lights variously around the carriage sheds and the goods yard. I've a few more to do yet, but I'm also not very happy with my carriage shed that I've got on the 2 carriage sidings. It's an old Hornby one, and it's just not very good. I don't know if you can see it. Let's just lift it up. It's not really fitting in with anything else, so I'm going to change that. Also, whatever I put there, it may be this one modified or a completely different one. That'll also be lit. So once I've done that, that'll probably be another video further down the line. The J15 is extremely well suited to running on the shuttle line. So I've been running it on that. I have had it running on the layout. It runs fine on the layout, don't get me wrong. But it just runs very well on the shuttle layout with 4 of those, I think they're Hornby generic 4 and 6 wheel drive wagons. It really works well with them. So that's what I've been using it for. So for some of the video, it'll be on that shuttle line, just going backwards and forwards. But it does run very well on wherever I put it. Because of that one being in those colours, I've also got the Acura scale buck jumper back on the layout again. Another excellent little loco. I've had that for a short while. Also, we're running I'm reading these off a list, the Bachmann J72, the Hornby Q6 D16 J83, which is a really old one, but runs well, and the L1, which is pulling 3 full-size teak carriages. The Oxford N7, this is the black one that I had. Well, it didn't work at all for a while. In fact, I was trying to get a new motor for it, but Oxford wouldn't supply me with one because I'd bought it off. Well, I bought it off of Oxford, but I got it cheap, and they said I wasn't. I think their words were I wasn't a valued customer, so therefore they weren't interested in selling me a replacement motor. There were more important people that would get one. I was really annoyed with them, and I did let them know. But miraculously, just before I did something drastic with it, I tried it again and it worked. And it's been working ever since, although it's getting progressively slower again, so we'll see how that goes. And that's all that we're running today. There is a Pico diesel knocking around. You may see glimpses of it. I'm not really running it, but I've been using it for something else, so I've left it on the layout. That's a Pico, P-I-K-O. We're well ahead at the moment on the videos. The reason I do this is because of my work. I only work part-time now, so when I'm working I don't make any videos. When I'm not working, which is quite long periods sometimes, I'm retired, so that's when I make the videos, so I sort of get well ahead of myself. So this one I'm making at the end of, midway to the end of October, and I think it comes out in January, so that's why that happens. The other thing I was going to talk about was the short videos that I've been doing. I was going to stop doing them. They were only meant for just a bit of fun really, but I quite enjoy doing them, and they're easier to make, so I shall carry on with them. And there's also the little shorts, which they call them on YouTube. They're very short, a minute or so. They could be about anything. They're not necessarily about the railway. I think I've got some at the moment, some ones I've sort of added rain and darkness and stuff to, just to see how it goes. So I'll carry on doing these sort of things. The same as I'm now going to carry on doing anything to do with the wildlife, where we visit. I was going to put them on a different channel, but I don't do enough to make it worthwhile, so I shall just carry on banging them on at different times to the railway ones. The railway ones at the moment, I think, are on Wednesdays. That's going to change slightly, but once that settles down, the any other videos will come out at different times. Let's say probably on a Sunday or something. Anyway, that's enough of me chatting away. I'll add a few bits of blurb during the video, but we're just going to play with some trains now. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll perhaps chat a little bit on the next one. Bye!